Hello again. Today I have another book tag. Isabel&Books tagged me in the Who Will Win book tag. It's an original book tag that she created. Basically, you pit two characters against each other and decide who will win. So, I have a list of characters I wrote down here, and I'm going to use my random number generator, just like I did on my last book tag. First one is Charles Manx from Nosferatu and Cujo. So, Cujo versus Charles Manx. Well, when I threw Cujo in there, I didn't expect to have a good fight with Cujo. I figured Cujo would pretty much, get killed by a lot of these people that I had. But Manx and Cujo, honestly, I think I'm going to give it to Cujo. I think Cujo, because he's not that strong. I mean, he does have, that other world area, but it doesn't really affect animals, I don't believe. That Christmas land, it affects kids more. And I think Cujo could take him. I think Cujo would take a good bite out of the guy. So, honestly, for my money, I think Cujo's the winner of that fight. So this is Frankenstein's monster versus Valentine from the City of Bones from the Mortal Instruments series. So Valentine versus Frankenstein's monster. I'm thinking that Frankenstein is a very intelligent creature and a very powerful creature. I think that Valentine is probably a bit more cunning as a villain. So I'm going to give it to Valentine on this one from Frankenstein over Frankenstein. Sophie Flores from The Merciless versus Rebel from Brother. This would be a good match. I mean, we could say this is Sophie from Merciless 1, maybe not as powerful. Rebel and Sophie, they're pretty evenly matched as far as physical prowess, I think. Well, maybe Rebel's got a little bit more power, but yeah, I'm going to go Sophie. I think Sophie can take Rebel. I really do. She's definitely, I think, would have enough of smarts to be able to outsmart that guy. I don't think he has too much upstairs going on. Not compared to Sophia. I would take Sophie in that fight. So it would be Sophie Flores would beat Rebel from Brother. Hideo Tanaka from Warcross versus Black Widow from the Black Widow books that I read. Interesting matchup there. Hideo could definitely throw some stuff at her, especially in the virtual world. But I think my money still would go on Black Widow. She's a hero. She could definitely get out of it. I mean, I think there'll be a battle. I think he can mess with her mind a bit, but I think she's used to getting her mind messed with, Black Widow. So I don't think I think she'd be a little bit immune to some of his virtual reality stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna say Black Widow versus Hideo Tanaka, but that would be an interesting battle. Dracula versus James Holden from Leviathan Wakes. Now, normally you would probably pick Dracula on this one, but Jim is pretty resourceful, and he's got a team behind him. Dracula has his women behind him, but Jim's got some backup plans. I think he can really pull the screws to Dracula, find out his weakness. He's fought some pretty insurmountable odds, so to be honest with you, I would pick James Holden over Dracula, because I don't think Dracula would be able to handle the futuristic issues that Jim would be able to do, and I don't know if vampires need to be in space. They probably could live with no air, but I think the cold would probably get them. So yeah, I'm gonna say James Holden versus Dracula. I think he's gonna win. Kel from Darker Shades of Magic versus Dorothy from the Dorothy Must Die series. So versus Dorothy Gale, Evil Dorothy. Now this is pretty good because they both have magic. And they both, are from one's from the light and one's from the dark. So it would be an interesting matchup, I think. Honestly, when I think about it, I think Dorothy has more backup. Kel has a lot of cool powers that he can use, but he doesn't have the backup that Dorothy has. He doesn't have the flying monkeys. He doesn't have, the armies and the Scarecrow and people behind her, behind him. So yeah, I think Dorothy Gale would beat Kel in a fight. If we had all of the things in place, yeah, I think Dorothy would beat him. And so that's that matchup. And I think I'm gonna stop here. This was pretty fun. I had a good time. I hope you did. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.